Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Batholkis, and this is Harley Quinn, Season 4, Season 1, Episode 4, Finding Mr. Right. It's been a long day. It's my last day of work for the next little over a week. So, actually more than a week, almost 2 weeks, but still, it was a bitch of a day. That's all I'm going to say. Welcome everybody. I'm going to get some business out of the way first, and then we'll get to it. If you like what you see here, hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the like, share, and subscribe down below down there. Also, if you want to know when I'm live again next, you can hit the bell. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. If you really want to know when I'm be on, go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every week, and it's also up on my Facebook page as well. Also, if you have Facebook, go and take a look at the Facebook group page that I set up where you guys can post stuff and talk amongst yourselves. Lots of fun there. And I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, I have a Patreon page, but I don't have any tiers set up as of yet. I will fairly soon, the end of this year, beginning of next year. So, all right. Let's get to it, shall we? Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the shit out of this episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the lovely, lovely new paddle. Yeah. Good God, this show just I didn't think it'd get better, and it actually did. So it continues on. This show continues on the relationship tangent, if you will. And Harley's at that point now, which most of us have been when you get out of a bad relationship, she just wants to be noticed. So what does she do? She goes out there and with her crew, and she is, busting up banks, things like that, and no one's noticing her on the news. Only Batman and Joker are on the news, and Joker just robbed a credit union, is what it is. So she decides to try and find a nemesis because, of course, no one takes you seriously unless you have a good nemesis. Joker has Batman, of course. Dr. Psycho, his nemesis is not being able to stop saying the word cunt when he's around Wonder Woman, which I thought was pretty damn funny. And in comes King Shark, which I'm really loving this version of King Shark. King Shark's one of my favorite DC villains, by the way, just because it's really fucking ridiculous, but it's King Shark. It's a giant shark that's a guy, you know, and he just happens to be really good at social media, and so he's helping them on the find a nemesis page. And yeah, King Shark was definitely not what I was expecting either, Pen. I mean, he's voiced by Ron Funches, who is last I saw him in a DC related thing, it was a TV show called Powerless, which actually wasn't a bad show, believe it or not. I thought it was going to be a really shitty show, but it was pretty damn funny. Again, that had Alan Tudyk in it and Vanessa Hudgens, which actually I kind of liked it with her, and to tell you the truth. And Ron Funches was in it as well. So he is voicing King Shark, and completely not what I was expecting at all. And yeah, there's some good moments in this episode. I mean, some damn good moments. And of course, her self-appointed nemesis ends up trying to be Robin. And this is 12-year-old Damian Robin, who is, of course, Bruce Wayne's son, Damian. Um, and of course, he goes on Tawny, the TV show that we see, and basically says out to the world that Harley was the one that begged him to be that for him to be her nemesis, and which did not happen at all. And she's pissed, of course, at this point. And of course, her whole thing is now at this point is she wants. So basically, this all came about because she was trying to get Batman as her nemesis, stole the Batmobile, fucked some shit up, and Batman sent Robin in his place because, as you know, as Robin said, that Batman doesn't have time for gutter snipes like them. So it's pretty damn funny. Um, Yeah, the Batmobile Joyride was actually really damn good. And, there's I mean, this episode had a, Jerry Springer moment in it as well. It has Superman coming in and, basically so they kidnap Lois Lane, they're gonna kill her, or Harley wants to kill her because of an article that she wrote basically saying that, her having a 12-year-old as a nemesis, just set the supervillain woman's movement back decades, and so she's pissed off about it, obviously, of course, at this point, and, yeah, it's just yeah, I agree with you, Viking Bitch, that whole shipping of Harley and Ivy. There's little moments in this episode. The one that made me laugh the hardest, I watched it twice, is, so Harley ends up kidnapping, Robin, brings him into this tank that they have. They have king shark swimming around in the tank, and they're basically gonna scare Robin into admitting that, he made it all up, that, she is not his nemesis and all that kinda stuff. So they've got him hanging above the shark tank, and King Shark at one point even says, he goes, "I don't do good around blood. I don't have to be that kinda shark, right? I don't have to be the mean shark because I don't do well around blood." And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, you don't have to do anything at all." So King Shark jumps up in the air a couple times, taking bites at him, whatever, and Robin finally admits that you know what he played everybody, that he is not the sweet innocent kid that he appears to be, and that he's got Gotham fooled. The curtain falls, and we reveal that he is on the show Tawny, and has just admitted to an audience full of people that he's just a little shit, is what he is. And at this point, when Robin gets upset, this Damien, Robin, his nose bleeds. So his nose bleeds, it drips into the tank, and it sets off King Shark into a bloodlust, which is fucking funny. Um, and because everyone was assuming the way King Shark was saying, "I just don't do well around blood," was that it was the fainting kind of thing. And so he actually has to be taken down by Batman. Batman comes in, takes him down, and, uses the bat shark repellent, which I was fucking laughing my ass off on this one. And Doctor Psycho actually has to mind control him at one point to, put him down. And it turns out that, Batman's fighting Harley. Ivy sees this on TV and she's like, "No, fuck no." And so she goes in to go and help out, Harley. Everyone's watching this on TV. We see Aquaman watching it. We see Wonder Woman as she's eating her Wonder O's and has a milk mustache. She's watching it. Everyone's watching this. And when Ivy comes in and starts, she basically grabs Batman and says, "Nobody fucks with Harley." And uh he starts fighting them at this point. And Joker gets into the mix because there's no Batman to stop him from robbing yet another credit union, and he has to show up. And so it becomes this whole Springer-esque kind of thing, which is hilarious. And at one point, Batman breaks free of Ivy's, plant ropes. And as soon as he breaks free of them, my favorite moment is King Shark stands up because him, Clayface, and Doctor Psycho have taken seats in the audience at this point to watch what's going on. And when Batman breaks free, King Shark stands up and starts clapping, and Clayface goes, "No, no, no, sit down." So what he tells him and grabs him, and I don't know why, but that just made me fucking laugh every time I saw it. I actually had to rewind that a couple of times because it just makes me laugh. Oh my god, this show is just fucking funny. It really is. And so Tani at one point asks, "So who is your arch nemesis? Is it Joker? Is it Ivy? Is it Harley? Which one is it?" And it ends up with Joker, of course, taking Robin and saying, "You know what? If you ever want to see the Brat alive again, you're gonna come to my to all of my heists and things like that to stop me." And of course, Batman ends up getting Robin back and everything. Yeah, I liked it. And he was sitting there on his throne, if you will, watching it, Viking bitch. I don't know if you noticed that. I think he was actually on a toilet. I couldn't be sure, but That's what it looked like. They cropped it fairly well, so it looked like he could have been sitting on his own throne, like the real throne, or he could have been sitting on another kind of throne, but he was under the ocean, so I don't understand where that's gonna be going to. So that was pretty damn funny. Um, oh my god, this show just had everything, and then Harley smashing the TVs all the time. And yes, Jason Alexander, I almost forgot. Jason Alexander as Cy Borgman, who is the, landlord of Poison Ivy's apartment, and he's a cyborg and sitting in a wheelchair, so he's an elderly guy with, cybernetic implants. He's got an arm, prosthetic leg, and sits in a wheelchair, and, he, of course, ends up evicting Ivy from her apartment because, Sharkman's been coming in all week, and no pets are allowed, and he considers Sharkman a pet, which pisses off Sharkman, of course. And yes, I agree with you. I got some serious, Duckman vibes as well from that, Viking bitch. Which if you've never seen Duckman, which is a USA series, fucking go and seek it out. It's out there someplace. It's hilarious. I think there's 3 seasons or maybe 4 seasons. That's racist, or at least xenophobic is what it is. Xena, I like Xena. That's the broad in the bikini with a sword that's bigger than she is. I liked her. Oh, man, and it's got some great lines in this thing too. The whole, she's just a supervillain, looking for an age-appropriate nemesis. Uh, the whole wrapping around of supervillainy and relationships being tied hand in hand there, that just made me fucking laugh. It's they've done a brilliant job of it. At first, I wasn't sure if they were gonna, have enough material to kinda carry this over, but they are. They are gonna have enough material to do the 13 episodes that they have. So, if you go on, DC Universe and you scroll ahead a little bit, you can see they have 13 episodes that are lined up. I think they're only gonna do, like, the first half of them, I think, is what's going on, and then they're gonna do another half, they're gonna do a little break, kinda like what they did with Young Justice. Um, yeah, but I agree with you, Pen Farm Girl. This is a show that everyone needs. It is fucking funny. It really is. If you have not seen this show, go and watch it. You won't be disappointed. Diedrich Bader as Batman, the voicing Batman is awesome. Alan Tudyk as Joker. At first, I wasn't sure about his laugh, but he's almost doing he's almost doing a Mark Hamill laugh for his Joker, which is kinda creepy in a way, but he also does Clayface, which is hilarious as Clayface, how he over enunciates things to the point where, he almost has a British accent at times when he's talking, but he's a thespian, a master thespian is what he is. Ah, then you'll find the nemesis you will want for the rest of your life. Yeah, and then Batman's talk with Damian, he goes, "I made you your favorite sandwich." "You lie. Alfred made that." "Well, I told him to make it for you." Uh, what about Robin calling Batman yeah, so, Robin is Damian, who is Batman's son. It's Bruce Wayne's son. He had a son with, Talia, Al Ghul, who is, Ra's al Ghul's daughter. So, yeah, that is his son, his actual son. And yes, he is a Robin. He was trained by the League of Assassins, like he said, since birth. Yeah, I love that whole line where, he that they're talking about, a nemesis and all this stuff at the end there, and how Batman, he goes, "I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I didn't have an arch nemesis until I was into my late 20s, and it was because I wasn't ready yet." And then, Damon's like, "Okay, I got another question for you. When can I have sex? I think I hear the bat signal." That is just genius. It really is. And for those of you who can't place Diedrich Bader's face, he was on the Drew Barry show. He was Drew's, best friend and next door neighbor. He was also in Office Space. Uh, He was, of course, the next door neighbor with the big handlebar mustache. "What would you do with $1,000,000?" "2 girls at the same time." "Really?" A guy like me doesn't get 2 girls, doubling up on him at the same time, so I think with $1,000,000, it would happen. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's Diedrich Bader, and he is really damn funny and a nice guy to boot. I met him at Comic-Con one year and told him how much I loved his Batman. So, uh, I saw him on the floor. I say this all the time, but, yeah, he's just a really nice guy. Very approachable. So, great episode. Yeah, whose line is it anyways as well? I agree with you, Keith. I forgot about that. Actually, that was in my head at one point, and I have no notes in front of me today, if you notice. So 0 notes. This is all free form at this point, and we'll see where this goes. If people are going, "You're that sucked. I didn't like this one because you didn't have any notes." Oh yeah, I want many seasons of the show too, Viking Bitch. I agree with you. This is comedy gold. It really is. It's so well done. And it's not disrespectful of the characters either. It really isn't. That was one thing I was kind of worried about is that they were going to be kind of disrespectful of the characters. Even though it's on DC Universe, I wasn't too sure how they were going to handle it. But they're actually weaving this together really, really well, and like I said last week too, this is very Venture Brother-esque, where, it's adult themes, but couched in comedy, weaving together double entendres with, the genre, and then also whatever the main overarching, message is of the episode or the series. And they're just doing a great, great job. Keith Hamilton says, "Never thought I would say this, but Kaylee Cuoco is good." What the fuck? Yeah, she is awesome. She is hitting it out of the park. The voice inflections and along with the animation, I mean, they're doing a great job on the animation too, kind of capturing how her voice is. And I'm really, really, really digging this too. Osara says, "I like Harley as a villainess, although I never really understood her rehabilitation anti-hero status. She is a murderer. She is insane. She is insane. Am I certain she does irredeemable acts? Still a funny show." Yeah, that's the whole thing is they are not brushing that aside, that she is a homicidal maniac. Uh, Ivy brings it up all the time. She goes, "You've killed people." As a matter of fact, in this episode, when they rob banks, she goes, "You guys do realize that you just committed some really serious crimes, and you probably don't want people looking for you. Then you don't want people to know who you are." So yeah, she actually mentions this quite frequently. Who knew that Poison Ivy would be the voice of reason? Even on Tawny's show, that Tawny introduced, she goes, "And we have another surprise guest, Poison supervillain Poison Ivy." And she goes, "Well, I'm not really a supervillain. I prefer to call myself an eco-terrorist," which is pretty damn funny. Like I said, the writing is smart. They weave things in and out of this. The the voice acting is great as well. And yeah, it's really, really damn good. And Alan Tudyk, that's all I can say. I want to see him as a live action Joker now. I really do want to see him as a live action Joker. Just makes me want to see it even more so. Just great, great stuff. Viking Mitch says Harley is very attention seeking. If it wasn't for Ivy holding her back, she'd be insufferable. Yeah, Ivy is the her Jiminy Cricket is who she is. Ivy is her conscious, yes, and that voice of reason. Even though she doesn't listen to that voice of reason at all, as she even admits, she goes, "But yours is a voice I don't listen to most of all." Oh, and I love Doctor Psycho, man. So Doctor Psycho is voiced by Tony Hale, and for those of you who don't know who Tony Hale is, that's from oh god, now I'm just blanking on it. Netflix series now. It started off on Fox. Um, oh, crap. Nah, I can't remember. Um, there's always money in the banana stand, and I'm just blanking on it. Yeah, but Arrested Development. Thank you, Viking bitch. Jesus Christ, my brain is out there. Yes, Arrested Development. Yes, Tony Hale is hilarious in this as Dr. Psycho. Oh man. Yeah, and there's just little things too. Um, you'll see him in the background, in as most animators like to do, they like to put little Easter eggs in the background, and these guys are no different. They like putting lots of shit in the background. Yeah. Osaru says, "Glad I'm not the only one. I felt the Venture Brothers feeling in the last episode." So yeah, Osaru, one of the voice actors, Bane, the guy who voices Bane, is actually a big contributor on the Venture Brothers as a voice actor. So they've poached a couple of Venture Brother voice actors. Alan Tudyk as well has been on the Venture Brothers, and yes, it's very very much like that humor, and that's what I'm loving. We need more humor like that. We really do, especially in animated form like this. This is great stuff. This just shows you that you can actually do something really damn funny in an animated form and have it come off really, really well, and it'll play. I know there's people out there that have bias against animation. They're like, "Oh, that's for kids." This is definitely not for kids. No way, no how. But yeah, um, some people just can't teach that to. So they got some great voice actors. It really makes the show. Yeah, they do. They really do. And I'm looking forward to more of it. I know they're going to bring in more Kite Man as well. Kite Man, oh my god, that Poison Ivy actually slept with Kite Man. Just makes me laugh. Yeah, there's just some funny ass shit, and I can't wait for more. I really can't. And what is we have? He was just in The Mandalorian as Moff Gideon, Giancarlo. He's the voice of Lex Luthor in this show. Oh, which is hilarious as well. That's yeah. Yes, next week's episode does look good too. And you can see that if you have DC Universe, they have the trailer for next week up already. Definitely looking forward to this. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. I mean, definitely if you're still on the fence about even joining up with DC Universe to watch this show, you can wait till it all comes out and then, do the free trial for 7 days and binge it, or you can go and watch the first episode that is it still up on DC Nation on YouTube? I believe the first episode is still up there. Give it a shot, see what you think of it. You can even do the 7-day trial and binge the first 4 episodes and see what you think of it and then sign up for it. Not I don't get any money off of it. I really don't. I just think this is worth your time, quite honestly. It's really damn good. Viking bitch says Superman and Lois eating sushi. Yeah. And oh my god. And Superman, the dad jokes. The dad jokes were just horrible. Just horrible, but so Superman at the same time. This Superman is how I would envision Superman being like, the big blue Boy Scout, how he's always called, where he tells, Robin, when Robin comes in to fight his arch nemesis, Harley, and he goes, that's it, boy, step into the box. And he's cleaning up his bloody nose. Uh, I was just dying. And then Lois asks her, we on for sushi tonight? And he goes, you know me, Lois. I'm on a roll. And it's like, oh my, and everyone just kind of groans. They're like, oh, when he leaves, and it's like, damn, you really are stupid. Oh, who voiced Soups? That's a good question. I had actually seen it at one point, and and also JB Smoove as Frank the Plant. Frank the Plant just kills me as well. Oh god, and Christopher Maloney as, Commissioner Gordon, yeah, just gets me every single time. I don't know who did Soups now. Sorry, they don't have it up on IMDb, I wish they did. Yeah. Uh, you're embarrassing me in front of my nemesis, yeah. Uh, it wasn't a name that I remembered either. Yeah. It really wasn't a name I remembered who was playing Soups, and it wasn't a voice that, rang any bells either. I'm usually pretty good with voices, although Alan Tudyk is really disguising his voice very, very well. I mean, I hear it when he's doing Joker, but when he's doing Clayface, I don't hear him. He's really doing a different voice altogether with Clayface, which is great. Oh, yeah, we definitely need more Christopher Maloney as Gordon. I mean, that was just gold. I mean, I wasn't expecting Gordon to be, so paranoid. And just so batshit crazy at that point. It was a perfect take of Commissioner Gordon, of how a real Commissioner Gordon would be with that many psychos running around the city and having a mass vigilante helping you to solve all this shit. Because, you would think about it. Who in the fuck in their right mind would sign up to be a Gotham City Police Department or a Gotham City PD officer? I wouldn't. You have too many psychos running around in mass. Oh man, yeah, and I love all the Arkham inmates, and you see the prison inmates as everything's going on TV. They're cheering, and even at one point they show the Cobblepot household, and we see Cobblepot's kid who just had his bar mitzvah, saying, "That's it, kill him, kill Batman." Yeah. Oh, Chris has actually been in a lot of really funny things, Viking bitch. The first time I saw him do something really damn funny was Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. He is the yokel in the backwoods, the one that has a really hot wife with the all the face thing going. He had a lot of makeup on at the time, but that's Christopher Maloney in that one, and he does an awesome job in that. It's one of my favorite movies too, by the way. It's a stoner movie. It's probably one of my favorite stoner movies. Oh, was it his nephew, Reve? I thought it was actually I thought that was his son, 'cause, that was his wife. Nicole Sullivan was the one that was voicing his wife, and I thought that was his son, but oh, James Wolk, thank you, there we go. So James Wolk was the one who played Soups. Thanks, Pen. You know him from Political Animals, but that's not who I thought it was. The voice reminded me of another actor. Alright. So, oh my god, that was just really too good for words. I can't wait for next week. We actually have some good TV going on right now. I mean, we got The Mandalorian, we've got, Harley Quinn, which are on the same night, which just kill me. Really is, they're on the same day. Wish they would space them out a little bit. We've got The Expanse happening. We've got Witcher that came out today. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch some of that. We have Project Blue Book coming up. Avenue 5 is coming up. Um, what else? We had the end of Dark Materials coming up. His Dark Materials, excuse me. Um, yeah, we're saying goodbye to Mr. Robot. Exactly. It's some really good stuff that's come out. Really good stuff. And yeah, and I can see why movies are movies are still making money. That's for damn sure. They still had a record-breaking year. And yeah. So you'll be there for Mr. Robot? Yes, we'll need to talk about that one. That's gonna be yeah. Yeah, the less said about Watchmen, the better, Pen. Um, Lindelof is still putting out new stuff, trying to explain the series, and I'm like, "Dude, you had 9 episodes, you could have explained it in the show." Maybe if you put it in the show, because 'cause I'm not doing homework for it. I'm not gonna go to the Pedipedia or Pedophilia, whatever the fucking page is, to go and read about it. Because supposedly, Agent Petey is now an ex-FBI agent. Yeah. That was all done off screen and is now in the Pedipedia page or whatever, which is really stupid. So, anyway, I digress there. If you wanna see if you wanna see when I'm gonna be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's 50/50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Actually, take a look at my webpage, suspendedfanimation.com for the actual schedule. It changes every Monday. It's also my Facebook page as well. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're still on the fence about subscribing, at the very end of this video, you're gonna see a video pop up here. And basically, what YouTube does, it takes the algorithm of all the stuff you've been watching and matches one video as close as possible on my vast video library to all that stuff that you're watching and pops it up there just for you. Up here is going to be The Mandalorian. That's right, The Mandalorian is going to be up that way. So you don't have to be to work on Monday until 9 a.m. so I can stay up on Sunday. Nice. Guess what, Viking Mitch? I don't need to be work at Monday at all. I'm off. I'm off until the 2nd. That's right. I have to go back to work on Thursday and Friday. Ah, yeah. Forced time off. I have to take a forced vacation, believe it or not. We have a shutdown. That's what they do. So it's a forced vacation, which kind of sucks that we have to take vacation time. But hey, not the first job that I've had that happen where we had forced vacation time. So yeah, what I got tomorrow is going to be a Saturday morning blast off where I talk about the genre news of the week and any of the genre stuff you guys want to talk about. Sunday, of course, is the big season and series finale of Mr. Robot. Monday is the season finale of His Dark Materials. Tuesday is The Expanse. And then remember, Mandalorian is moving back to Friday. So since I'm off, I'm gonna do the Mandalorian as early as possible in the morning. I'm probably gonna do it at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. my time, so Pacific Standard Time, and then I'll do Harley in the afternoon. So it'll be Mandalorian and Harley next week. Yeah. Oh, trust me, Becky Mitch. I'm not one of those people that tries to stay as long as possible at work or anything like that. No, I just don't like using my vacation hours without wanting to take a vacation someplace. That's just how I am. Because I don't like traveling when everyone else is traveling. It just doesn't work for me. So I'm not traveling for Christmas or the holidays or whatever the hell you want to call it. For these 2 weeks in December, I'm not traveling. Yeah. So Penn says I work Monday, then I'm off to fly home to the land of no internet and no cable. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Penn. Maybe you can watch on your phone. I don't know. You know, maybe that'll work. Yeah. And I thought I lived in the middle of nowhere. No, no. You just live where it's fucking cold. That's all, Viking bitch. Yeah. Oh, bad phone reception. Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me that. Yeah, I remember now. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. Fun times. Definitely go and watch this series if you haven't watched it. I can't recommend it enough. I'm glad I started covering this. I wasn't sure about it when I started this. Uh, I really wasn't sure when I started this one how it was gonna be, but it was pleasantly surprising and just remarkably eye-opening about how good it is. Yeah. Very, very exciting about it. That's true. Brutal fucking cold. Yeah, I know Viking pitch. It's been cold here too. It's dropped down into the 30s. Of course, it warms back up again into the 70s. So, uh, by the middle of the day. So it's good. Still a little cold. I mean, normally it's in the 80s. So, yes, DC is worth the monthly fee. Oh, that was the other thing I forgot about this episode that made me laugh is at one point the characters are bitching about trying to read the Lois Lane article that is in the Daily Planet online version, which is behind a 7.99 a month paywall. And Harley goes, "I'm not gonna pay 7.99 a month for this shit." And she kind of throws the laptop. And it's a whole thing about DC Universe, about people bitching about paying 7.99 a month for DC Universe. And at one point, Superman even goes, "Is she here complaining about the paywall too? I told you 7.99 is not a good price point. It's a little too much." Which just made me laugh that, when you kinda go a little bit meta like that, and you don't go full meta, but you go just a bit meta, that's absolutely perfect right there. Sometimes Deadpool goes a little too far with the meta. This just reined it in just enough where it made it, good meta. Yeah. Oh, man, yeah, I can't wait till next week. Some good stuff. Like I said, this episode had so much stuff packed into it that I was surprised. It's only a half an hour long. I mean, this video is going to be longer probably than that episode was, but yeah, it's so packed full of stuff that you feel like you're watching an hour long show when really you're only watching 30 minutes, and it was really good. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. Thank you, everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. Thank you if you made it this far in the video tonight. And thank you again to everyone who's been subscribing so far lately. I can't thank you guys enough. It's been a joy actually doing a lot of this stuff, especially the Mr. Robot stuff. Mr. Robot, my God, has been blowing up. People love talking about it, and I love talking about it as well. I love talking about these shows. That's what I love about it. Yeah, and, that's why I do this. I like talking about these shows with you guys. That's why I do these things live. That's why I don't do a canned, kinda dry, pre-recorded thing and, just post it up there and then answer your comments, questions, or whatnot. I like interacting with people. I like talking to people. I don't like talking all the time, Viking bitch. The mornings are actually pretty bad. I really don't like talking to people in the morning, and people just really wanna talk to me in the morning. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, early in the morning, it's the time you don't wanna talk to me. If you talk to me before, 8:30 in the morning, that's usually the worst time to talk to me, really. So, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna let you go. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Take a look at the video if you're up on the fence about subscribing. Take a look up here at The Mandalorian. And until tomorrow for Saturday morning blast off, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up being on Nemesis R Us or Find Me a Nemesis in order to find yourself an age appropriate nemesis because you really don't want to be typecast as that kind of person. Ugh. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.